difficulties. And in talking with Coach Barnes this week, he mentioned that our kids really had a great week of practice, just kind of like we did last year all through the season. Kids are coming together. They got some things corrected coming out of the Christian County game. One thing we have to pay attention to tonight is that Franklin-Simpson runs an offense that we don't see much around these parts anymore, the wing T. And Coach Barnes says they're one of the better teams at running the wing T. They carry out their fakes extremely well, and so for us, it's assignment football. We'll see one of those teams maybe later on. I know probably Henderson County last year was a little wing T, but they've changed coaches according to Coach Barnes, and whether they play that or have gone to a new offense, we don't know. But we'll have our work cut out here tonight. The Franklin-Simpson opened with a big win last week against Portland, Tennessee. One of their players, they had two players score 3 touchdowns each last week, that being Saul Brady and Josiah Roby. So we've got keys all night long that we can focus on, and I'm sure with our week of practice, we've been able to look at film and determine. Coach Barnes himself used to run the wing T, so he's adept at what you have to do, where you have to be, and what you have to read. So I'm looking for a really, really nice ball game tonight.
And like you said, a wing T formation relies a lot on misdirection and fakes. Caldwell County's line really, and linebackers really have to be the key tonight. If you have Gabe East or Russell Brandon making a lot of tackles in that secondary, you're in for a long night, because everything should be around the line of scrimmage. This is an offense that was really popular 10, 15 years ago. A lot of teams in the area, even Coach Barnes talking about how he ran it at one point. Teams going more towards the spread offenses now, a lot more passing in high school football. So this will be a real challenge for the Tigers. One thing that made it a little more difficult is the preparation for a wing T team, because in practice you have a team that simulates the opponent. This week, Caldwell County really didn't have a lot of kids that knew the offense well enough to simulate a wing T, so it makes it even for a little bit of a tough ride in practice throughout the week.
And I'm thinking that we probably looked at that film last year of our game against Franklin-Simpson to pick up what they did, what they were trying to get accomplished on us. So I would say that with our experience, especially at the linebacking core, that linebackers will be the key to this game, and we really have quite a talented group of linebackers. In talking with Coach Barnes, when we flip over to the offensive side of the ball for ourselves, that they were pretty well pleased with the 3 kids that went into new starting positions last year, and they got better as the game went on. And I'm referring to, if I get my notes out here, referring to Connor Allison, Benji Kilgore, and Drew Fagan. Those kids got better with a week work in practice. They're coming on as Coach Barnes would hope they would come on. And again, he's mentioning that we got better in practice this week. That's what I love to hear. The kids are upbeat, not down. They brought them in last Sunday to watch film of the Christian County game and to get ready for tonight, since we had one day fewer to get ready.
Right.
And we noticed one thing unique about the Franklin-Simpson team is that they have a player who is their kicker, number 9, Madison Alexander, and she is a female. So we'll get to see a lady kicker for the Wildcats tonight, should they score or should they attempt a field goal. So,
yeah, the report on her is that she doesn't do the kickoffs, but any extra point or a field goal attempt is going to be put to her. So that'll be interesting to see tonight. Says she's a really good soccer player. Probably the report we have from one of the announcers here in the booth from Franklin is that she's probably the best athlete of any sport right now at Franklin-Simpson. So looking forward to see that tonight. And also you have another little bit of information on number 4 for Franklin-Simpson, the Roby kid.
One of the players for Franklin-Simpson, number 4, Josiah Roby, scored 3 touchdowns last week against Portland, Tennessee. His touchdowns were all of a different variety. He took back a kickoff, 85 yards. He took back a pass reception for something like 48, and then he had an 82-yard touchdown run. And Josiah is a senior and the nephew, former head coach at Kentucky, Joker Phillips. So we want to make sure that we get that out on the airwaves, and we understand Joker might be listening to us tonight.
Well, if you are, good evening, Joker, and glad to have you aboard here on the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show. Do want to make this announcement. I'm going to pass this on down to Frankie Brown over the PA system. The cheerleaders tonight are selling car decals, T-shirts, and face painting. That's going to be taking place just in front of the stand. So if you come tonight, need a car decal, a T-shirt, or just want to have your face painted up and get in the spirit here tonight, you can do that with the cheerleaders down just in front of the band area and student section down along the left-hand side of the stadium here at Princeton.
Referring back to Coach Barnes' comments this week about our offensive effort last week, he was well pleased with Shane and his ability to read and make plays. Shane he came out of that game 30 out of 44. So his ability to complete the pass is exceptional. Our routes, the one thing that we worked on this week was our route running. A couple kids just weren't sharp in their routes, and they got those worked out, corrected, but Zach was really head and shoulders above everybody else in our receiving corps last week. Trail Riley came on strong and had 3 touchdown catches. Travis Newsom 1 touchdown catch, and Zach 1 touchdown catch. And our offensive rushing attack, he was pretty well pleased with that, with the carry by Xavion Henderson. Xavion rushing for 100 yards in that game, and late in the game, De'Eric Hollowell rushing for 46 in a mop-up performance. So we were well pleased with the rushing attack, and all told, we outgained Christian County last week. We had 411 yards, and they had 410 yards. So, but they get a turnover and take it back all the way. They get a fumbled snap, one play touchdown drive. We eliminate those mistakes. We're where we want to be.
And Bob, one thing about that, I want to go back to that offensive line. Christian County had the size on us by several pounds on that line. And for those 3 new starters, it was kind of baptism by fire last Saturday night at the Stadium of Champions. I thought they fared fairly well. Of course, there's going to be some first game mistakes, some things you're going to learn being a first-time starter. But by and large, I thought they gave Shane adequate protection. Of course, he had almost 300 yards through the air. He had 5 touchdown passes. So there was some pretty good blocking. But I think they did a better job than maybe what was mentioned coming into a new situation as being a starter.
The other thing that helped the offensive line out last week was Shane's experience at quarterback, getting rid of the ball, checking down, and there were some fine catches made by our outside receivers. Zach having 13 grabs last week, Trail Riley 7 catches, Travis Newsom coming on as a starting sophomore, his first game to start, 6 catches, Oliver Parker 3 catches, Xavion a couple catches out of the backfield, and Cameron Traylor late in the game with a couple catches. So those kids, they got to see some action late last year, will benefit them, if we have to get them into the game this year. They've had some game experience against a quality opponent, and our offensive line coming of age last week, baptism under fire. They were well pleased with how we came out of that game. Maybe Shane having a couple sacks, one of those on a coverage sack where he was run down on the outside. So things that came out of that game last week, even though we didn't win it, gives us pause for really to be upbeat about our football team.
Yeah, I think way more positives than negatives last week at Christian County. You're listening to the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show here on WPKY 103.3 The Tiger. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll be back and take a look at tonight's contest more, along with some more information that we've gathered through the week. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hey, Tiger fans, are you ready for some football? Here at Little Caesars, we're proud of our Caldwell County Tigers. Show our support and excitement for this year's high school football season. We're offering not 1, not 2, but 3 Friday night specials. Our first special will be all day, every Friday during the season. If you come into Little Caesars wearing blue and gold, you will receive $1 off our deep dish pepperoni pizza. Our second special, we have 2 party pack specials that we will be promoting during the season. And our third special, if our Tigers win on home game night, we will take $1 off any pizza, yes, any pizza from the time the game officially ends until we close. Help us celebrate this year's Tiger football season, full season. For the best pizza in town, whether hot and ready or custom made for you, visit us at 204 Highway 62 West, Princeton, or call us at 270-365-3311. We'll have your custom ready order when you arrive. Good luck, go Tigers. Little Caesar, pizza pizza.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Jordan Dunn, and I have to mention Darren Lewis, our friend back at the station for these contests. So glad to have Darren on board this year. You're listening to the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show here on 103.3 The Tiger. Bob, a lot of football stuff to come up in our pregame show, of course. I want to take a couple of moments to mention a couple of other things. During the week, I know you have too, I have, we've received some really generous compliments on the broadcast last week. We've had people, our friend Jeff McDaniels did a soccer game with me on Thursday night, said he wasn't able to attend the game, but it was almost like he was there, but he wasn't, is how good it was. And we really have to compliment Jordan Dunn on the new streaming that we put in last year. He's fine-tuned it this year, does a great job with that, where you're able to watch that on WPKY online and on the Facebook page. So hope you'll tune in sometime. Check it out on your laptop, your iPad. Just see the great work that Jordan's doing, because everywhere I went this week, starting at church Sunday morning and all through the week, we got a lot of really generous compliments on the broadcast.
And to Jordan's credit, they're well deserved, because he's the one that makes us shine if we do shine, Dennis. I'm not sure whether we're doing that or not, but he makes it happen for us. And again, WPKYonline.com is what you want to do. And right before I came to the station tonight, or to the press box, I had a call from one of my friends in Nashville, Tennessee, who was talking to me about the Caldwell-Butler reunion that's going to be held on September 10th. I'm a big part of that. And in the course of the conversation, she and her husband both are from Princeton natives, Princeton graduates, and I told her to be sure and listen to us tonight on the radio, WPKYonline.com, and see what she thought about the telecast and give me her opinion when I see her on September 10th. So she said she would. And again, no telling how many people, 5, 6, 7, 8, more so than normal, saw me this week and bragged on the broadcast. So apparently it was well done and well received, and to that I'm grateful, thankful to the Lord for what we can do to our listeners who depend on us to keep them informed and tell them what's going on.
Well, it helps that we love what we're doing, and to have the ownership group that came in and purchased the station to take us from that point to where we are right now, I think is just a compliment to them. Of course, Jordan is doing a great job, and we want to keep up the work like we're doing. If we can improve, we hope to do that also. But I want to add that if anybody is looking to do any advertising, the live stream is something that they might want to look at. It's getting more popular by the week. At one game last year, we had over 700 people check in. I think last week, well over 100 at one point last week watching the ball game. So feel free to contact the station. They can set you up with some nice advertising, get you to be a part of our sports broadcast here, and maybe even on the Gator and DT Tri-Shoes Sports Talk show that's becoming a very popular program here on 103.3 The Tiger. I've got to listen to it several times. They're doing a great job, focused on soccer and volleyball today, so appreciate those guys putting Caldwell County sports in the spotlight.
Dennis, before we get back into the football discussions, I want to bring up about the soccer girl whose family had a house fire this week, and perhaps you might know more about that, can tell us what we might be able to do to help that cause.
Well, earlier this week, we talked about it on our 2 soccer broadcasts during the week, but McKenna Jackson's family lost everything in a house fire early in the week. Nobody was hurt. A blessing from God that nobody was injured in the fire, but they lost everything. They had some tables set up for them for people to donate at the soccer games. I don't know how much they took in. The family's not asking us to mention this tonight. This is on our own. We want to help anybody in the blue and gold community that goes through a tragedy like this. If you would like to help out, you can stop money by the station. I'm not sure if there's a bank set up to take the donations at this point. We'll find that out, hopefully, and get that back to you. But you can stop by the station and leave it with Shirley or with Kathy McEnany. Or if you're here tonight coming to the game and you can't find anybody to get it to, come up to the booth and we'll take a donation for the family and make sure it gets to the right people. But surely our prayers and well wishes are with the family of Lady Tigers soccer player McKenna Jackson.
And as you said, nobody was hurt in that fire, and so the blessings you can rebuild. You can't rebuild a life that gets claimed in a fire. So we're happy about that. Getting back to Coach Barnes and the discussion of the defense this week, he wasn't really disappointed on our defensive effort. Christian County had a great quarterback who was on target most of the night, Kieron Catlett. They have had two kids already committed to Western Kentucky football that they were throwing to last week. He was real pleased with how our defensive effort, especially our rookie in the backfield, Gabe East, came a long way across the field and made that one interception that turned them away. We were also real strong in our red zone. We only gave up 3 points in our red zone. The rest of the touchdowns coming longer runs. Actually, we gave up 10 points of that last touchdown and a field goal. The rest of these touchdowns were on a fumble return or over a 20-yard pass play. So we did well when we got that. We turned Christian County away twice at the early part of the game, which allowed us to go up 14-10 on them at one time in the game. So again, we come out of the game with a lot of positives and a lot of things to be proud of. Christian County 5A, probably ranked 5th in Class A.
I think they're up to 3 now in 5A.
And a real formidable opponent we tackled opened with last Saturday night in Hopkinsville. So nothing. This is a new game. Everything's behind us. We should be fired up, motivated. Good week of practice, as Coach Barnes has admitted. Nobody hurt. We're coming into the game with Shane having the bruised hip, probably a miniature hip pointer, but he's good to go. Really, last night when I was with him up here in the booth watching a middle school football game, he had very, very little pain, no pain at all, just a little soreness. And then Coach Barnes said that they held Zach Gaither out of practice Monday. He banged his hand on a helmet in that game for precautionary reasons. They did not let him practice Monday, but he was good to go the rest of the week, and he's good to go tonight.
Well, one thing we're looking at tonight, and you and I have to get used to, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, all these high school teams go with the spread offenses, and they're throwing the ball like crazy. It's the no huddle, quick to the line. Tonight, we've got to kind of get used as announcers to a team like Franklin-Simpson coming in, taking the huddle, taking the time on the snap, doing the running plays where they like to eat up 5, 6, 7 minute chunks of the clock, where Caldwell County, if they score, is generally in a 3 to 5 minute window most times.
Well, since it is the wing tee and ball control is part of that offensive philosophy, I'm looking forward to that because that gives me a chance to catch up on some of my secretarial work up here. Last week with Christian County playing fast, Caldwell County playing fast, it was all I could do to look down at my paper and then look back up to see what was happening on the next play. So I welcome some of that relief, but hopefully we can hold Franklin-Simpson to 3 and outs.
Well, kudos to you on the stats because you have those so precise that it adds so much to our broadcast, and you'll have all those stats coming up at on the Caldwell Medical Center halftime show in between halves tonight.
And we want to thank Farmers Bank and Trust Company for being our pregame sponsor tonight, coming into this game, and trying to remember what else.
Little Caesars, a new addition, has the offensive, defensive players of the game. Last week, Shane Burns, Hunter Van Hoosier picked up a pizza and a T-shirt.
And Shane was real appreciative of that last night up here in the booth. And I said, well, we didn't have any help in picking those winners last week. We had to go with one offensive, one defensive. And we both knew that the quarterback had the great game on offense. and we were noting on defense that Hunter Van Hoosier was all over the field, and as it turns out, in the Times Leader write-up, they gave 2 offensive players and 1 defensive. The 2 offensive players were Shane and Zach Gaither, and Hunter Van Hoosier, the Times Leader player of the game. So
yeah, I didn't realize last
we
week.
didn't do too bad on that, Dennis.
I need to keep up with my stats a little bit better as far as the history, because Zach Gaither tied a single-game record last week with 13 catches.
And I was going to look that up this week in the paper that I saved, that when Todd comes out with the preseason pictures and all that, he has all the records, and I did not go to that paper to check that out. So he ties Tess Civils.
Well, I've got it in the bag back here, so we'll check it during the break, and I'll bring that out, and we'll see who he did tie. But a great game by Zach Gaither, who we really look to step up and be the leader of that receiving corps after playing with that great group last year. Zach wasn't just an afterthought last year. He had well over 30 receptions on the season. I think 4 or 5 touchdown passes in that great season last year. So it's not like he just came out of the blue and appeared. He's a quality receiver and just a great all-around kid. So we're glad to see him tie that record.
And one of the things, hopefully, I wished he would have had 14 receptions last week, because he would have had that one that went through his hands with about a 3-yard lead on the nearest Christian County defender. So we're set for a real good football game here tonight. Franklin-Simpson was an opponent back in the 50s, 60s, early 70s of Caldwell County when we went to class football, kind of changed our schedule. And we're going to go to our national anthem, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Remember Taco John's at our new location at US Highway 62 West in Princeton. Again, don't forget, wear your blue and gold in to Taco John's on game days and get 10% off your meal. And let's go Tigers! Are you facing surgery? Have you had a recent hospital stay that you're just not bouncing back from as quickly as you've anticipated? Hi, I'm Krista Fuser with Princeton Health and Rehab. Let us be your rehab partner of choice. With specialized therapy up to 3 hours a day, available 7 days a week. It is our goal to get you home safely and in the shortest amount of time possible. We're your friends. We're your neighbors. We're Princeton Health and Rehab. For questions about our rehab services, please call the facility at 270-365-3541 or stop by. We would love to give you a tour.
Heating and cooling your home make up the biggest part of your monthly energy bill. But
And we are back to Tiger Stadium, getting ready for kickoff here tonight. It's Caldwell County Tigers against the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats. You're listening to the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Jordan Dunn, and Darren Lewis back at the station tonight. Great rendition of the national anthem right now by the band. I always love that. That's one of the great things about high school football. You've got a lot of kids that put a lot of work into that one song that they're going to play tonight as they're developing their routine for the season and for the marching season. But they put in a lot of work that goes unrecognized. We want to give a hand to the band tonight for a nice rendition of the national anthem.
Last year we fell in love with this band who had several nice halftime performances, really outstanding. Tonight they're all dressed out in black, and I was informed earlier in the day that this was going to be a blackout tonight, but I don't see many black shirts in the stadium. We got a great crowd out here tonight, so come on out. It looks like the rain will hold off, 20% chance, but the band is dressed in black shirts and black capes for those ladies that are in the pom-pom squad or flag bearers squad or whatever they call that.
I'm not sure, but I would assume with the black capes that's part of their upcoming routine for the halftime show this season. Still a little bit early for that. I'm sure we'll get a little bit of it going on at halftime. The coaches making their way up to the top of the press box here at Tiger Stadium. So we're only about 8 minutes away from kickoff of this contest. And as you said, a nice crowd here. Last week we had a good crowd at Christian County, but the stadium was so big, Bob, it looked like it was kind of scattered and a small crowd, but a nice turnout on the road last week at Christian County, but a big crowd here tonight for the first home game of the season here at Tiger Stadium.
And remarking tonight about where we were last week, we're about a half a mile closer to the action tonight than we were. A beautiful stadium in Hopkinsville, Stadium of Champions, but we were up about 10 floors, about a half a mile away, it seemed like, and then it was late, kind of overcast. As we were coming home that night, we ran into all kinds of water on the highway from Pleasant Grove Church on into Princeton. Nobody gave us a heads up. They just had a 2-inch rain dropped on them in 30 minutes. And it was treacherous for about the last 8 miles.
It was, and fortunately the weather dodged the game, so that was a plus last week. Bob, one thing I want to one player I still want to mention as the Tigers get ready to come out of the tunnel, starting to I see the captains coming over on the track right now. They'll be coming out for the coin toss, and PA announcer is giving the sportsmanship rule that KHSAA puts forth at every game. But a player that impressed me last week, and we haven't seen his style in ages, Xavion Henderson. Picked up 100 yards last week, had about 90 at halftime. A couple of really nice long runs, but if you need short yardage first downs, and everybody thinks Caldwell's going to go to the air on every down, Xavion is the man.
We also should remark that in the booth last night with me was also Shane and Xavion, and I congratulated Xavion for his 57-yard rumble, bumbling, stumbling, and he told us that people on the radio had told him that we were, boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
And so, we know people were listening to us last week. But also, Javante Riley gets the play tonight, and that should be a weapon that Franklin-Simpson did not see on film last week. But I think Xavion will see a lot of action tonight, if not on offense, which he will on some occasions, but they're grooming him to be a middle linebacker as well.
A very athletic kid and just
kid,
fun
great
to
kid
watch.
Too, great kid.
He really impressed me last week, but it's a style that we're not used to seeing in blue and gold. We're up the field quick, hitting these quick routes, quick out patterns, and then see big number 34 get the ball and blast through that line. That was fun to watch last week.
On that 57-yard run, the last 20, 25 yards of it, as we were talking last night up here in the press box, people running, 3 or 4 people were running right with him, could not get him down, could not get in front of him, and a tremendous run, one of the best runs I've seen in a long time.
And the captains are going to the field right now. Bob, we do want to take time, as we started last year, say a quick prayer, ask God to bless the efforts of all the students on the field tonight, whether it's band, whether it's players, cheerleaders, everybody involved. Just ask God's blessings on them and ask him to keep them safe through the contest.
And I echo those same sentiments, Dennis. Hopefully everybody gets through this game injury-free and we all get home safe and sound.
Captains on the field right now for Caldwell County includes Xavion Henderson. Number 34, also number 15 is Pancho Rosales. Number 55, Garrick Lamb, and number 33 is Russell Brandon. So those players at the middle of the field right now for the coin toss. Did I say coin toss? I thought I did. I love when I know when I mess up something, because Jordan will give me this look, and I always have to study on what I just said. So
Caldwell County has won the toss and will defer to the second half. So Tigers will kick off to Franklin-Simpson.
And Jordan, help me real quick so that people know how they can tune us in tonight. Of course, 103.3 if you're listening on FM. If you want to listen at the game, you can download the TuneIn app. I know a lot of soccer parents have been doing that this week. Download the TuneIn app, search WPKY, and you can listen to it on that. WPKYonline.com. If you don't want to watch the stream, you can still hear the audio. And, of course, if you want to check out the streaming, then that's where you go for that. And we talked about that earlier, how great a job Jordan is doing with the streaming broadcast.
We're just about ready for football. The line is formed down here to our right. Team is in their little tunnel, ready to come out. The band is set to play, and Franklin-Simpson is on the field.
About 3 minutes left on the pregame clock.
And here come the Tigers onto the field.
Caldwell County being led onto the field by Jameer Riley with the flag. So Caldwell County ready, fired up for this game. We're going to take a quick break and come back for the opening kickoff. But we want to thank everybody for listening to the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show here on 103.3 The Tiger. We'll be back in 90 seconds, and we'll have the kickoff, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
As the sun sizzles outside, come into Sanders Gathering to check out their summer florals and wreaths and lots of summer colors. You'll find the perfect accessories, pictures, baskets, the basics for your country and urban lifestyle. Sanders is filled with the best the countryside has to offer. That's Sanders Gathering, located at 116 East Main Street, Princeton. Open 11-4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. 55585.
Whether it's a new addition to your home, family vacation, bill consolidation, medical bills, starter loans, or auto repair, whatever your need might be, let ABC Finance and their friendly staff help. ABC Finance can help you through the tough times. Stop by or call ABC Finance today. Located on 62 West, the Princeton Plaza in Princeton. Phone 365-7444. Call Jody Lamb or one of the friendly staff, and they will do their best to get the money you need.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're about set for kickoff. They have about 50 seconds left on the clock. Bob, it's, according to bluegrasspreps.com tonight, it's number 5 in 4A Franklin-Simpson, number 6 in 3A Caldwell County. So we're expecting a tough game tonight for the Tigers, but one that we definitely think is winnable.
One of the games, I think, that may be headlined across the state, two top 10 teams playing each other in one class into another class.
And a lot of ranked teams actually on the Tiger schedule. You have Paducah Tillman still ranked at number 9 in Class 3A. You have Mayfield, of course, number 1 in 2A. That'll wrap us up on the regular season this year. Mayfield always a power.
One of the two deep men back on this near sideline is number 4, Josiah Roby, as we mentioned earlier, Joker Phillips' nephew. And we're about ready for the kickoff. Kicking off for the Tigers will be Boyce Nichols will do the honors.
And the ball is in play. Low line drive kick. Takes a hop at the 10. Goes all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Franklin-Simpson will come out to the 20 to start their first possession tonight here at Tiger Stadium. Bob, you know Franklin-Simpson is going to run the vast majority of the game. I think only 7 passes last week in their opening win, 3 of those for completions. Jackson Caudle is the quarterback. He is 6 foot 185. He's a senior, so he can throw the ball, but Coach for mostly runs
and
tonight.
Coach Barnes mentioning in his his pregame show is that they will play action pass on some occasions, and we better be with our keys or they'll have men wide open.
You're not going to have East and Brandon back very far. In fact, the ball at the 20, East and Brandon both inside the 30. Now East backs up to about the 30. Snap is up. They come around the left-hand side, and a nice pickup by Franklin-Simpson on first down as they get out to about the 26-yard line. So a pickup of 6 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats.
Showed some speed on that coming across, jet sweep.
Had some good blocking out in front, so a lot of the line pulling to the left side for Franklin-Simpson. Franklin-Simpson will be going towards the Marion Road end of Tiger Stadium here in the first quarter. Franklin-Simpson at the line, number 4 in motion, takes the handoff goes up the middle, and it's a first down for Franklin-Simpson as they get the ball over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Tackle by number 2, Jameer Riley. Good to
And this offense can fool anybody just watching the game. I thought that handoff was going to go to Roby on the man in motion. In fact, it goes up the middle for a first down.
A lot of deception.
So 2 plays and a first down for the Wildcats. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Just underway here at Tiger Stadium. Franklin-Simpson comes to the line. Roby in motion. Handoff is up the middle to Roby. He goes to the outside, cuts it. He's got some room across the 40, the 35, the 30, and finally brought out of bounds, brought down. Let's see where they mark this, but a big run by Roby. They're going to mark him out of bounds back at the 16-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 16 for Franklin-Simpson. But a big run as Roby broke the line of scrimmage, took it out to the right side, and had some real estate.
48-yard run on that play by Roby. And showed a lot of speed getting outside the end, and Trail or Jameer ran him down.
Franklin-Simpson back to the line. Calder brings his team up. 1 player in motion. Handoff is up the middle. Gets across the 15 down close to the 10. They're going to spot that ball at the 11. So it's a pickup of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Franklin-Simpson. As we said, don't look for them to put the ball in the air very much. They might try to catch you off or by surprise just a little bit, but mostly a running team. They rang up close, well over 300 yards on the ground last week. Empty backfield now for Franklin-Simpson. They put a man in motion, handoff on a sweep. He gets up to about the 10. Tigers string it out well, and it'll be no gain. Russell Brandon on the tackle. That was number 18 for Franklin-Simpson. I was trying to find his number. We'll check on that. But good job by the Tiger defense to string that one out to the left side. 3rd down and 4. They did give him a yard on the play.
Number 18 was Saul Brady. He was the other player that had the 3 touchdowns last week. Could not get the corner turn and was taken down for no gain.
Franklin-Simpson puts a ball in, man in motion, goes up the middle though. Caldwell County stacks it up just inside the 5. And they're going to mark it down at about the 2-yard line, so they did pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2 for Franklin-Simpson. So a drive that started at their own 20 has them down at Caldwell County's 2-yard line. Knocking on the door early. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. And this is something we talked about. Franklin-Simpson likes to chew up that clock along with the yardage. They come to the line. Handoff is up the middle and looks like it gets across. It is signaled touchdown, Franklin-Simpson.
He takes it in for a Wildcat touchdown.
And with 8:40 left in the first quarter, Franklin-Simpson draws first blood, 6-0. The young lady, Madison, and I've forgotten her last name from the pre. Sir? Alexander. Madison Alexander will come in and try the extra point attempt. As we said, Madison Alexander, a soccer player for Franklin-Simpson. For the Lady Wildcats. And whistle on the play. Looks like somebody was in motion.
Flag on the play.
False start's going to move Franklin-Simpson back for the extra point. So a break for Caldwell County. This one will be kicked. Looks like they'll spot it for the kick at about the 15-yard line.
Alexander to attempt the extra point.
So the extra point coming from the 15. They line up. Snap is back, down, kick is up, and looks good. It is through the uprights. So with 8:40 left in the first quarter, it's Franklin-Simpson 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
breakfast. With McDonald's all-day breakfast menu, anytime is delicious breakfast time. Hey, where are you going? Man, I'm heading to McDonald's. Have a good afternoon. Don't you mean good morning? I do now.
Get 2 Egg McMuffin sandwiches for $3 on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary. See store for details.
McDonald's all-day breakfast menu varies by location.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County to get their first possession of the ball game. Franklin-Simpson took the opening kickoff from the 20, marched it the length of the field, and put it in with 8:40 left in the first quarter. So it's 7-0 Franklin-Simpson. Back deep is Trail and Jameer Riley. Both sophomores for Caldwell County. They'll take the kickoff. Franklin-Simpson sets up the ball at the far hash mark. Kick is up. It's going to be fielded by Jameer Riley at about the 17-yard line. Gets up across the 25, looking for some room across the 30 before he's pushed out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. So a pretty good run back for Jameer Riley. Caldwell County will come out with Shane Burns at quarterback. Shane survived the hit last week that took him out of the game late at Christian County. He had a little slight hip pointer, but he's in fine shape tonight. It's first down Caldwell County at the 33-yard line. Henderson in the backfield with Burns along with Trail Riley. Caldwell County splits 2 receivers to the right. Now Riley goes in motion to the right. Slipped and hit. Pass is complete, but Riley hit as soon as he caught it. Ball will be marked at the 29-yard line. Burns in the backfield with Henderson. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Burns drops back, looks across the middle, complete to Zach Gaither at the 35, and brought down at that spot. So nice catch in traffic by Zach Gaither. They get it just across the 35, so it'll be third down and 7 for Caldwell County. Burns hands off to Henderson. Henderson met at the line of scrimmage. About maybe lost a yard on the play. So it's going to bring up an early 4th down for Caldwell County. Second game in a row, Caldwell County has started out 3 and out. Punting duty still falling to Shane Burns. I know Coach Barnes had mentioned he may try some different players, may look at some others in practice, but apparently has settled on Burns at least to this point. Snap is back. Burns' kick is up, going to the far side of the field. Nice bounce for Caldwell County. It's going to roll, and it'll be out of bounds at the 27-yard line of Franklin-Simpson. So nice kick by Shane. It'll be Franklin-Simpson with their second possession of the night. 7:01 left in the first quarter. Hope you'll stay tuned at halftime. Bob Hayes will be up with all the first half stats on the Caldwell Medical Center halftime show. Franklin-Simpson breaks a huddle. Caldwell County has put East back just a little bit deeper this time. Roby in motion. Handoff is to Roby to the far sideline. Cuts up and gets across the 35. Finally brought down at the 37-yard line. And Bob, Franklin-Simpson looks like they're getting off the ball quite a bit quicker than Caldwell to this point. They're really pushing our line back.
Their offensive line is surged, and you can see us being moved back, and the backs are running really crisp.
Franklin-Simpson back to the line. Caudle brings his players up. They'll split 1 receiver out to the left side. Handoff is up the middle to number 40, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Don't think he got a lot on that one, maybe a half a yard, so it'll be second down. And let's still call it 10 for Franklin-Simpson. Good defensive play there by the Tigers. As we said, Franklin-Simpson goes to a full huddle. They like to control that clock. Use a lot of time on the drives. And they're going to pass the first time. Night Caldwell goes up, well overthrown. Good pressure. See if we can get the number of the pressure. That was number 24 on the pressure, Dylan Gray for Caldwell County. So Caldwell had to hurry the throw just a little bit, well over everybody's head, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Franklin-Simpson.
Big down for Caldwell County, Dennis. If we can stop them and hold them here, we might be in pretty good field position, not knowing how their punter is. But we've got to play some defense here on 3rd down.
Franklin-Simpson goes to the I formation. Handoff is his second back through, lowers his head, and nothing on that one. Maybe a yard to the 40, but that's about it. So it'll bring up 4th down and 9 for Franklin-Simpson. Caldwell County's going to drop Trail Riley back, anticipating the punt by Franklin-Simpson. Much better series for the defense that time, outside of the first run. Only 1 first down for the Wildcats. Caldwell County stiffens that defense up. Now they'll get the ball back. Like you said, Bob, probably in pretty good field position if Trail fields this punt properly. Snap is back. Kick is up. Big kick by Franklin-Simpson. Going to take Trail all the way back. Bobbles it. And it goes out of bounds at about the 24. It's going to stay Caldwell County ball, but we got away with one there. Is that big kick made Terrell have to backtrack a little bit, went off his shoulder pads, went to the ground. He was able to get to it and push it out of bounds to retain that possession. But it's going to be 1st down Caldwell County from about their own 24-yard line. Under 5 minutes left in the first quarter, 4:57. Burns takes a snap, drops back, looks to the side for Gaither, broken up there. Looked like some early touching by Franklin-Simpson, but no call on the play, so it's incomplete. Gaither, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for Caldwell County. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Burns. Burns scrambles, comes up across the 25, up to about the 27 before he's brought down. It'll be a short game for Shane. And the receiver's well covered on that one, Bob. He didn't have anybody, had a little pressure getting to him. Decided to go ahead and break with it.
And a pickup probably 3
yards. 3 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 for Caldwell County. 3 receivers split to the right. Burns drops back. A little pressure. Goes over the middle and complete. Nice catch by Jameer Riley. Burns able to loft it over 2 defenders to get it to Riley. It'll be a 1st down Caldwell County up at the 42-yard line. That was a touch pass by Shane Burns to spot that one to Jameer Riley over 2 defenders. Handoff is up the middle. That's Javante Riley. Of course, Javante did not play last week, Bob. He's in the lineup tonight. Gets a short gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Caldwell County. Javante in the backfield. Handoff again to Javante. Gets up, met at the line of scrimmage. And no game, but there is a flag on the play. Flag on play is going to be face mask against Franklin-Simpson. So a big break for Caldwell County. 5-yard penalty. We'll take the ball up. 2 almost midfield. Ball spotted on the Caldwell 49-yard line. Snap is back to Burns. Handoff is to Riley. Comes around on the sweep. Has some room. Gets over the 50, the 45, 40. He's got some more room. 1 blocker in front of him. Gets across the 20 and brought down at the 17-yard line. Nice run by Javante Riley. And flag on the play is going to bring this one back. Going to call the hold. I think it's going to be against Caldwell County. Let's see what the official call is. going to take Caldwell County back to their 37-yard line. Hold on the play. They wind the clock, and Caldwell still has it, third down.
Still second down, and
Burns back with the drop back, goes up looking for Gaither. High on him, defended well by Franklin-Simpson, incomplete. And it is going to be 3rd and 15. Bob, I misspoke. I went by the scoreboard on the down. It is 3rd down now for Caldwell County. 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Burns takes a snap, drops back, gets some pressure, still looking for somebody. Tries to find Gaither before he goes down. Good job by Burns to even get rid of the ball. I thought they were going to call him in the grasp quite a bit earlier. He's able to get rid of it, but it does bring up a 4th down for the Tigers. So Burns will stay in to handle punting. Franklin-Simpson drops their player back to about his own 30-yard line. Caldwell County had a big play by Javante Riley, called back on that possession. Burns takes a snap. Kick is up. Much higher kick. Fair catch called at the 32-yard line. So Franklin-Simpson will take over at that spot. 1st and 10. 2:42 left in the first quarter. It's Franklin-Simpson 7, Caldwell County nothing. Excuse me. Caldwell County's defense, Bob, that last possession by Franklin-Simpson, really after one decent run by the Wildcats, Caldwell County did a much better job that time than the first possession.
Much better, and hopefully we can keep them back in their territory and maybe get good field position and get something going. We haven't really clicked yet on offense.
Caldwell comes up, one player in the backfield. The run is going to come to the left side, met right there among other players is number 1, Trail Riley. Gain comes up to the 35-yard line. So it'll be gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 for Franklin-Simpson. Hunter Van Hoosier also in on the tackle for the Tigers. Van Hoosier had a big night last week against Christian County with 17 tackles. Franklin-Simpson to the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Handoff is over the right-hand side. Pretty good gain up to about the 41-yard line, short of a 1st down. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Wildcats. And Bob, there's a 25-second play clock in high school football. Franklin-Simpson will use at least 15 to 20 seconds of that clock, it seems like, every down.
Exactly.
Ball spotted at the 40, 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats. Play clock down to 5. Franklin-Simpson's going to have to hurry to get this one off, and they are going to call a timeout. They saw that play clock getting low, so timeout on the field for Franklin-Simpson. They'll give us a chance to take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
When you're a good person, good things usually come your way. But what about when you're a good driver? Allstate thinks you should be rewarded for that, too. That's why they have DriveWise. Just plug in the DriveWise device and get the rewards you deserve. The better you drive, the bigger your savings, up to 30%. Are you in good hands?
This is Fred Folks. Call me today at the Woodall Agency, 365-5541. You'll be glad you did.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Franklin-Simpson with the 7-0 lead. The Wildcats open the game with an 80-yard drive on their very first possession to take the lead. They come off the sideline. Bob, I was thinking they would probably come right out of the huddle with a play called during the timeout, still taking the full huddle, and already 10 seconds off of the play clock. Now the Wildcats hit the line of scrimmage. Caudle brings them up. One back in the backfield. Player goes in motion. It's going to be a pass attempt. Now he's going to scramble across the 40. Ball is loose on the ground. Recovered, it looked like initially by Franklin-Simpson back at the 38. But a good hit. I didn't pick up who made the hit for the Tigers. Knocked the ball loose on Caudle. Put the ball on the ground. It's going to be Franklin-Simpson ball back at the 38-yard line. But that will make it 4th down for the Wildcats. Good play there by the Tigers. Put the helmet on the ball. Knocked it loose as Caudle tried to scramble.
That was a vicious hit, and it could have been Russell Brandon over there on that corner that did that.
Trell Riley's going to drop back as Franklin-Simpson does go into punt formation. About half a minute left in the first quarter. Snap is back. Kick is up. Another pretty good kick. It's going to bounce and take a Franklin-Simpson bounce all the way back to the 20-yard line. Just a nose ahead of the 20-yard line is where the Tigers will take over. Shane Burns will bring his crew out, look to try to get this offense rolling a little bit. Not much so far this first quarter. The biggest play of the night, a big run by Javante Riley, was called back on a holding penalty. Aside from that, not a lot for the Tigers so far. Burns in the backfield with Henderson. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Burns looks up, wants to go deep. He's looking for Gaither, and it's picked off at the 45-yard line. Franklin-Simpson ball. Good coverage as Gaither had somebody step for step. Ball kind of held up on Shane and it's intercepted. Franklin-Simpson will take over at the 46-yard line. So tough break for the Tigers there. Defense has been on the field quite a bit already in this first quarter. A humid night here in Princeton. So I'm sure they would like to get that offense out there, use up a little bit of the clock themselves. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Franklin-Simpson comes to the line. One back set. Caudle drops back, looks to pass. Now he's going to scramble again, gets up across the 50 into Caldwell County territory. Nice coverage by the Tigers, but a good run by Caudle is going to take it all the way down to the Tiger 46-yard line. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. So after 1, it's Franklin-Simpson 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
But still need recovery time before going home. Choose right between beds. Patients with recent joint repair or replacement, recovering from a wound or major surgery, patients who need acute physical or occupational therapy, patients in need of post-hospitalization pain management or IV therapy, or patients recovering from a stroke. For more information, contact Caldwell Medical Center at 270-365-0300. Caldwell Medical Center, located at 100 Medical Center Drive.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. About to start the second quarter of action. Caldwell County trails 7-0. Opening drive touchdown by Franklin-Simpson is where we stand right now. Franklin-Simpson has the ball back, though, after an interception off of Shane Burns. One play into their last drive. The Wildcats have 2nd down and about 2 to go with the ball set on the Caldwell County 46-yard line. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. They put one player in motion. Handoff up the middle, met by number 35, Will Bashir at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they do come up short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats.
3rd and a short 1.
I think Caldwell County's defense, Bob, is settling in a little bit. They're getting a much better jump than they did in that very first drive off the ball. But still, Franklin-Simpson with a 3rd and 1. Snap is back. It's a keeper up the middle. First down as Caldwell gets up to about the, let's see, what's it going to be, about the 42-yard line. Mac Englebright on the play for the Tigers. It's first down, Franklin-Simpson at the 42-yard line of Caldwell County. Again, Franklin-Simpson letting that clock roll down every possession. One player set in the backfield for Franklin-Simpson. Number 4 in motion, that's Roby. Roby takes a handoff to the left side, tries to cut it back, still on his feet, rolls all the way up. Bob, I thought they had him tackled twice.
He picked up an extra 4 yards on that play just as on his own effort. We had him 4 yards further downfield, upfield, and could not bring him down.
The gain is going to be all the way up to the Caldwell County 37-yard line. Second down and 5. Josiah Roby is a senior running back that we talked about in the pregame show. Official timeout on the field. And they wind the clock. 10:24 left in the first half. Caldwell County trails 7-0. Second down and 5 for the Wildcats of Franklin-Simpson. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. Player in motion, takes the handoff to the far side. Good play there by Caldwell County, nails him for a loss.
I think Dylan Gray was on that
34 one. Is 24, Dylan Gray on the tackle. You're right. It's going to make it 3rd and long for Franklin-Simpson. Good play by Gray. He was in the backfield, met the player in motion, brought him down for a big loss. 3rd down and 8 for Franklin-Simpson. I'm going to try to look on here and pick up Franklin-Simpson's running back numbers a little bit more. That was number 10. I don't have a 10. I'm trying to find it on the roster. Franklin-Simpson rolls. Carter looks, wants to go back across to the other side, far side complete, across the 40, 35, and brought down near the 30. We'll see where the spot is. Spot's going to be at the 32-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. I think they are going to call it a first down as they've already moved the chains and the markers. So it is first down, Franklin-Simpson on the play. Ball spotted at the Caldwell County 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Wildcats. Player in motion for Franklin-Simpson. Handoff up the middle. And the forward progress is going to take him down to about the 29-yard line. Where it'll be about 2nd and 6. Mac Englebright again on the play for Caldwell County. Time-consuming drive again by the Wildcats. Bob, that defense has been out there a long time after the Caldwell County had the possession for one play, ended up being intercepted. So that defense, I'm sure on a humid night like this, would like to get to that sideline. Robe in motion, takes a handoff, cuts back up the middle, not much there, maybe a yard. Good play by the Tigers. It's going to bring up 3rd down for Franklin-Simpson. 3rd down and 6. Caldwell County, Bob, really needs to get off the field on this play.
And our defense has been fairly effective these last 2 drives, but when you're out there on the field as much as we are, you know it's going to be taking its toll. Franklin-Simpson
said, puts Roby in motion. Handoff is to the right side. Roby gets the first down and more as he gets up across the 20-yard line down to the Caldwell County 18. So another first down by Franklin-Simpson as the clock ticks away. 7:37 left in the first half. Caldwell County's going to have to take a timeout just to get the guys a breather. So with that timeout at 7:37 left in the first half, it's Franklin-Simpson 7, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Mobile deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Back to Tiger Stadium. About halfway through the second quarter, Caldwell County comes back out of their timeout. Franklin-Simpson will have 1st and 10 at the Caldwell County 18-yard line.
This is Franklin-Simpson's 4th drive of the game, Dennis, and they have control the clock. Caldwell County only has about 10 plays tonight that we've run.
Roby in motion. Caudle drops back, looks past. Now he's going to scramble again. Gets across the 15, and he'll be brought down at the 14-yard line. In on the tackle is number 72, Cole Baker. Caudle has dropped back to pass several more times than what I really expected him to this game, but he hasn't really thrown the ball much. Most of his looks like he's going to drop back to pass. He's been prone to take off upfield.
The one pass he's completed was to the sideline on a sideline screen. Nice pass. His first pass was probably 3 yards over his receiver's head.
Right. But he has taken off with the ball on a handful of occasions tonight. Franklin-Simpson comes to the line of scrimmage with Roby in motion. Handoff is to Roby off the left side. Gets across and into the end zone. Broke 2 or 3 tackles along the way. So it is touchdown Franklin-Simpson. And that was just some effort by Roby. And I don't know if that was some tired arms trying to grab onto Roby as he went by, but that defense has been on the field several minutes. Franklin-Simpson moves the lead to 13-0. As a young Lady Wildcat soccer player comes onto the field to try the extra point attempt. Score came at 6:45 left in the first half.
To attempt the extra point.
And I think the Wildcats jumped again. I don't know where the mess up for them is coming from, but they did it on the first extra point attempt too, Bob. A little jump into motion.
The only mistakes they've made all night, Dennis, have been on the PAT conversions.
Yeah. So making young Madison have to really work for these point afters from the 15. Ball is snapped, kick is up, and she is good with the extra point. So with 6:45 left in the first half, Franklin-Simpson extends their lead to 14-0. Caldwell County will get the ball back when we return. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
When you think of flowers, think Treasures Remembered, Florissant Greentown. You'll find hanging baskets, daylilies, knockout roses, fountain grass, simple holly, elephant ears, sweet potato vines, and more. Treasures Remembered offers beautiful fresh bouquets, gift wares, sympathy items, cemetery arrangements, and the list goes on. Whatever the occasion, flowers will make it special from Treasures Remembered Florissant Greenhouse, 600 West Locust Street in Princeton, phone 365-2556.
Is your debit card community driven? At Farmers Bank, it is important to us to give back to our community. That is why we have developed the Tiger Card. The Tiger Card is a debit card that is free to all Farmers Bank checking account holders. Each time you use your Tiger Card, Farmers Bank will donate to our local Youth Inc. Children's Sports Program. We've given over $40,000 to date to Youth Inc. through the Tiger Card program. Come get your Tiger card today. We can print them instantly at our main office. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Quick kickoff by Franklin-Simpson. Gabe East takes the kick, really a short kick, a little pooch kick by Franklin-Simpson. It's going to be spotted at the Caldwell County 34-yard line, where Burns will take over 1st and 10 for Caldwell County. It's going to be Oliver Parker split to this side of the field. Statue of Liberty play. Burns fakes it, hands off to Riley, gets across the 40 up to about the 44-yard line. Javante Riley with a nice run. I don't recall seeing that play last week. We ran it several times last season, the little Statue of Liberty play.
We did not run that play at all last week.
From Burns to Javante Riley results in a Tiger first down. And Caldwell County is going to have to take another timeout. I don't know if they had the right personnel on the field or what the problem was, but with 6:29 left, we are in a timeout. Caldwell County trails 14-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Public Power today is an important American institution, an expression of the idea of local people working together to meet local needs. Your Princeton Electric Plant Board lights up homes, businesses, and streets with public power, electricity coming from a community-owned and operated facility. Their purpose is to provide reliable and safe, not-for-profit electricity at a reasonable price. They exist to serve you, their fellow citizens, friends, and neighbors, and their loyalty is to their customers. Princeton Electric Plant Board continues to make Princeton a great place to live and work. They are hometown energy working for you.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County takes the handoff up to Riley, gets up to about the 45-yard line, and that's it. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long for the Tigers. No gain on the play, still 2nd and 10. Burns gets a signal from the sideline. 3 Tigers to the left, 1 to the right for Burns. As Javante Riley in the backfield. Now Burns has a scramble under some pressure. Tries to dump it over to Riley. Knocked away there by Franklin-Simpson. Incomplete. Clock stops with 5:56 left in the first half. 3rd and 10 now for Caldwell County. I want to remind everybody, stay tuned at halftime for the stats from Bob Hayes. We'll have all that on the Caldwell Medical Center halftime show. Caldwell County sets up. Burns drops back. Looks over the middle, lobs it up. He's got a man open, but just over the hands of Zach Gaither. Gaither had a step on his defender, but couldn't catch up with the pass, so quickly a 4th down for Caldwell County near midfield. And Shane will stay in to take care of the punt. Roby drops back for Franklin-Simpson. He'll catch the ball on a good kick at around his 20-yard line. It's been a long time since we've seen a goose egg this far in the game for Caldwell County. Burns with the kick, angles it to the near sideline, rolls out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Franklin-Simpson takes over there, 1st and 10 with 5:40 left in the second quarter. And Bob, I really can't remember the last time as many points as Caldwell County is used to scoring. It's been a long time since we've been shut out at this point in a ball game.
I know we just got 1 first down, but we haven't had but maybe 2 for the entire game. And Franklin-Simpson has rung up 141 yards of rushing so far, 10 yards of passing. And the ball control is having its impact on the Tigers, that's for sure.
Yeah, Franklin-Simpson really controlling. Am I up on that, Jordan? Okay. Franklin-Simpson really controlling the time of possession big time in this ball game. Handoff is over the left side, gets it up across the 30, up to about the 32-yard line. Dylan Gray on the tackle for the Tigers. Caldwell County is really going to have to stop them on this drive. I don't think the way this game is starting to play out, 21-0 would be a big hill to climb. They want to keep this score at 14 and get on that field and maybe get that offense in a little rhythm. Franklin-Simpson to the line of scrimmage. They'll split one player to the far sideline, player in motion. Handoff is to 18, up the middle, over the 35, gets up close to the 40, still on his feet. Finally brought down right at the 40-yard line, and it'll be enough for a first down for Franklin-Simpson. Van Hoosier on the tackle. Got a little help from Russell Brandon. It's going to be a flag against Franklin-Simpson. I think it was an illegal block or maybe a hold. Either way, it's going to come back. Spot of the foul was the 32-yard line. Holding against the Wildcats, so they're going to bring it back from the spot of the foul. And the spot will be at the 23-yard line of Franklin-Simpson. A reminder, we'll be on the road next week. It'll be a 6 o'clock kick local time as Caldwell County goes to North Hardin. Wildcats take it up the middle. It's a keeper by Caldwell. He's got some room, brings it up across the 35. Now the 40, chased by Caldwell County across the 45. Finally run out of bounds by number 33,
Russell Brandon.
Caldwell County, Russell Brandon. But not before a big gain by Caudle. Brings it up for a first down for Franklin-Simpson at the 47-yard line. So Caudle with some speed, Bob. He can throw if he needs to. He has completed just the one pass, I think, up to this point for the 10 yards. And anytime he's dropped back, he's shown a tendency to take off running. So he brings his troops to the line of scrimmage, puts a player in motion, handoff is on the ground, and it looks like Caldwell County might have this one.
We had Tigers all around it, so let's see if we did come out with it.
That's the break we've been needing on defense. Caldwell County does come away with the football, so fumble recovery, Caldwell County. 48, I think it's Mac Englebright with the fumble recovery. Turnover comes at 4:21 left in the first half. Big break for the Tigers. That's what that defense needed, Bob, to get off the field a little bit. Now Caldwell County, if they can sustain a little drive to end this first half and get that offense clicking, it'll help both the score and that defense. Handoff is to Henderson, gets across the 40 before he's finally brought down inside the Franklin-Simpson 40 at about the 38-yard line. We mentioned Henderson in the pregame show, a style that we haven't seen here in a while, but love to watch. Big rumbling style of Xavion Henderson.
Brings up a 2nd and 2 for the Tigers. A big, strong run that time by Xavion.
He's going to get a little break. He'll come off the field. Javante Riley will be in the backfield with Shane. Looks like Zach Henderson's going to split to the right. Jameer Trail and looks like Travis Newsom on this side for Caldwell County. Burns back in the shotgun. Handoff is to Javante Riley, gets up across the 38, down too close to the first down. We'll see where they spot this one. 37-yard line, the 36. It's got to be very close to a first down. And I think they're going to call a timeout, maybe measure this one, Bob. From this vantage point, it looks like he's got it, but they're trying to take a quick look.
It's extremely close.
They are going to bring the chains out.
One of the things I used to love to do when I was on the chain gang, Dennis, was to go out with a measurement. You felt like you were involved in the game then.
Now, you had a lot of years on that chain gang.
Over 24 years. Going to be close.
I'm going to say he got it. We'll see what the actual call is. Jordan, if you can just turn me up just a hair, I think I got a muffled sound. First down, Caldwell County. So I'm 1 for 1 on the season, Bob. First down, Caldwell County. 3:43 left in the half. Nice run there by Javante because he was met at the line of scrimmage, made a lot of that on his own, just kept those feet digging.
He did all of it on his own. Strong run. And a first down Caldwell County desperately needed.
Tigers put 3 receivers to the right, Newsom to the left. Handoff is to Riley, looking to this side. He's met in the backfield. He'll be thrown for a loss back to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 37. But a loss by Javante on the play. Two Tigers left, 2 Tigers right. Burns in the backfield with Riley. Burns looks to the far sideline. It's complete to Zach Gaither for a second. Drops it, and they're going to call it incomplete. Gaither had it for a second, knocked away immediately by Franklin-Simpson, so it's going to be called incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Caldwell County.
One thing Franklin-Simpson has done is covered well our receivers tonight, Dennis. We haven't had a chance to really do much catching of the football.
Big Xavion Henderson back in the backfield with Burns. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Handoff is to Henderson. Met at the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up 1 on the play. Not much. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tigers. 4th down and 11. And it looks like the Tigers are going to stay on the field and give this one a shot. 2:45 left in the half. 2 left, 2 right for Caldwell County. Burns drops back. Has a good pocket this time. Some time. Throws it across the middle of Gaither. Complete at the 15. Still on his feet. Down into the corner. Across the 10 and down at the 8-yard line. Good protection there for Shane Burns to look over that field. Gaither with a great route. Come up wide open over the middle. Burns put that one on target. Gaither did the rest down to about the 7-yard line. Now let's call it the 8. 1st and goal for Caldwell County with 2 1/4 left in the first half. Caldwell County's going to bring 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. That's Gaither. Handoff is to Javante Riley to the left side. Gets across the 10, down to the 5. Met, bounces off, out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Good tough run by Javante Riley. He'll stop the clock at 2:08 left in the first half. Gets all the way down to the 2-yard line on the carry. So it's 2nd and goal for the Tigers. Nice run again by Javante Riley, who seems like he's starting to get into the flow of this ball game a little bit on this drive. Caldwell County looks to the sideline, see what they want to call. Burns comes up, sends Gaither to the far side along with Jameer Riley. Trail and Javante in the backfield with Burns. Newsom to the left. Snap is back. Is to Trail Riley. He gets across the 5, looks to the corner. He's going to get in. Touchdown, Caldwell County. 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Caldwell County gets on the board. 2-yard run for Trail Riley. Comes at the 2-minute mark left in the first half.
And a very, very important score for the Tigers, Dennis, to keep us in this game. And if we can hold them out of the end zone for the remaining 2 minutes of the first half, we get the kickoff to start the 3rd quarter.
Nichols comes in for the extra point attempt. Snap is back and down. Kick is going to be no good. I think it may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. So with 2 minutes left in the first half, it's Franklin-Simpson 14, Caldwell County 6. We'll be back for those last 2 minutes in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Maria's favorite with rice, grilled onions, and peppers, chicken, shrimp, steak, or a combination, topped with Lapodacina's mouth-watering cheese sauce. That's Lapodacina on the Marion Road in Princeton, phone 365-3848.
30. We are back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County gets on the board. 2 minutes left in the first half. It's 14-6 Wildcats over Caldwell County. But, Bob, that touchdown did a couple of things off of the turnover that Caldwell County picked up. Kept that defense off, got them a little bit of a rest. They've been on the field the majority of that first half. Plus, it cuts that lead down to a one-possession game now with Franklin-Simpson up 14-6.
Plus, it gives us a little bit of confidence building.
You're absolutely right. Nichols will set the ball up at the 40. Franklin-Simpson will have 2 minutes to see what they can do. Then it's on to the halftime show. That's, of course, brought to you this season by Caldwell Medical Center. Hope you'll tune in for that. Bob will have all the first half stats for both squads and a look at the second half. Nichols approaches, puts the ball in play on the ground, picked up at the 33, and brought down at the 39-yard line. Fumble on the play. Let's see who's got this one. Coughed it up on the return. As they pull the pile off, let's see who's got it. Caldwell County football. 43.
23.
43 on the recovery is Ben Holt. Ben Holt, a freshman for the Tigers, with a big play here towards the end of the first half. 38-yard line, 1st and 10, Caldwell County. Great play by Holt on that one to come up with that loose ball. Offense back on the field with a chance to draw this one even at halftime. 1:51 left in the first half.
Ball spotted at 38, Dennis.
38, yes, sir. Burns takes it. It's a keeper fake to Henderson. Burns keeps it. Hit at the 35 and brought down.
Burns on the keeper.
Pickup of about 3 on the play.
He brings it to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Still be Henderson in the backfield with Burns. Jameer Riley, Zach Gaither to the far sideline. It's going to be a timeout by Franklin-Simpson. They're going to want to talk this over. So with 1:28 left in the first half, it's Caldwell County trailing 14-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Well, howdy there. I'm the Extra Crispy Colonel for KFC, here to tell you that for the first time ever, you can get 2 new Chicken Little sandwiches in a $5 fill-up. So I guess we're making history here, folks. KFC Extra Crispy, hand-breaded tender on a warm sesame seed bun history. Chicken Little, history so delicious. KFC is finger little good.
Limited time offer at participating KFC. Prices may vary. Tax extra.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. 1:28 left in the first half. Caldwell County with 2nd down and 8. Franklin-Simpson with their 2nd turnover of the quarter. Fumble recovered by Ben Holt as Caldwell County setting in good field position to end this first half. Burns in the backfield with Henderson. Fakes to Henderson. Swing pass over. Whistle's going to blow this dead. Flag on the ground. And it's going to be a false start against Caldwell County. It'll move them back 5 yards. And the ball spotted at the 40-yard line now. It'll make it 2nd and about 13 for the Tigers. And Caldwell County is going to take a timeout now. So 1:22 left in the first half. We'll take another quick timeout. Give us 30 seconds, Darren, and we'll be back. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Landmarks come and go, but those that stay around are the ones with substance and solidarity. That's why you'll find Fredonia Valley Bank operating as an independent bank, locally owned since 1894. The folks at Fredonia Valley Bank feel the need to develop and maintain progressive relationships with their customers so generations to come will benefit from the rewards and service at a hometown bank. At Fredonia Valley Bank, it's not about the building. It's about the foundation of trust and commitment to our customers that we base our future growth. Stop by and see us today or give us a call. We're here for you. 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, Kentucky, and 626 Commerce Street in Eddyville, Kentucky.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Burns takes a snap, throws it downfield, double coverage to Jameer Riley. Comes down with that ball. A great catch in double coverage by Jameer Riley. Puts Caldwell County down inside the 5. We're going to mark it down at about the 3-yard line, but wow, what a catch by Jameer Riley right in between 2 white jerseys. Comes down with a big first down catch for Caldwell County.
His basketball jumping ability came into play on that one. He was sandwiched by 2 guys who had as good a shot at the ball as he did.
Ball spotted at the 4. Handoff is to Henderson. He's going to rumble around this far sideline, still on his feet. Gets down to about the 2-yard line. Still plenty of time on the clock as we just tick under 1 minute, 54 seconds left in the first half. Two Tigers in the backfield. Handoff is to Trail Riley. Trail goes to the far side, being pursued, and he's going to be cut for a loss as he's pushed out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Flag on the play. It's going to be holding against Caldwell County.
Penalty is against the Tigers for holding.
So a tough break there as Caldwell County had it second and goal from the 2. The penalty is going to bring them way back from the spot of the foul. It's going to be spotted at the 24, we'll call it the 24-yard line, where it is second and goal for the Tigers. 37 seconds left in the first half. Snap is back to Burns. Little pressure up the middle. Pass is complete to Trail Riley. Not much on the play, though. Picks up about 1. No timeouts for Caldwell County, so they have to get the play in quick, get back to the line of scrimmage. 20 seconds left. Trail Riley in motion. 10 seconds left. Burns drops back. Across the middle. He's got a good shot. We're going to call him down outside the goal line. And time's going to run out. He was not touched. But as soon as his knee hit, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And it looks like zero's on the clock. We're going to see the referee signal for the clock to stop with about 3 seconds left.
It's not first down, so you can't stop the clock. It's not a first down. It's second and goal. You can't stop the clock.
Yeah, it was not a first down because Caldwell County had, I think it was third and goal. Referees are going to meet. Normally, if it was a first down, they would stop the clock to move the change, but it was not a first down on the play.
The pass reception was by Trail or Jameer?
It was Trail Riley. Flag on the play. False start against Caldwell County. So they got the play off in time, but had a false start on it. I'm still not sure.
Looks like there's one play left.
I'm still not sure why the clock even stopped. There's going to be a timeout. Franklin-Simpson. Let's just keep it here, Bob, for this last play. The reception went all the way down. The nose of the football was almost touching the goal line.
Well, is it fourth down or third down?
I think it is fourth down, which really there can't be over a second or two on the clock at best anyway. So Franklin-Simpson's coach out on the field wanting an explanation why the clock stopped to begin with. And maybe a big break by Caldwell County. They had we looked at the chain marker on the far sideline was showing a first down after the play, but of course they couldn't get the first down. So Caldwell County able to get the play off before the clock ran out, and they called a jump on Caldwell County. Explaining things to Coach Barnes now. Franklin-Simpson's coach still on the field looking for some more explanation. So we'll try to sort this one out. Right now it's 14-6 Franklin-Simpson. This will be the last play of the first half. And they're going to call it halftime as time runs out on the catch by Trail Riley down at the goal line. And probably, in all actuality, the right call, Bob, I would say, as that clock really wasn't supposed to be stopped for a first down, even though they did. I'm not sure if they waved it stopped or not, but anyway, that takes us up to halftime. So, Bob, it'll give you time to total those stats up. We're going to take a 3-minute break at halftime. It's Franklin-Simpson 14, Caldwell County 6. We'll be back with the halftime show, and that'll be brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center, so stay tuned for that. We'll have all the stats and a look at the second half. That's coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hey, Tiger fans, are you ready for some football? Here at Little Caesars, we're proud of our Caldwell County Tigers. To show our support and excitement for this year's high school football season, we're offering not one, not two, with 3 Friday night specials. Our first special will be all day, every Friday during the season. If you come into Little Caesars wearing blue and gold, you will receive $1 off our deep dish pepperoni pizza. Our second special, we have 2 party pack specials that we will be promoting during the season. And our third special, if our Tigers win on home game night, we will take $1 off any pizza. Yes, any pizza from the time the game officially ends until we close. Help us celebrate this year's Tiger football season with Little Caesars. For the best pizza in town, whether hot and ready or custom made for you, visit us at 204 Highway 62 West, Princeton, or call us at 270-365-3311. We'll have your custom ready order when you arrive. Good luck and go Tigers. Little Caesars, pizza pizza.
Who's ready for some Tiger football? I know Taco John's is. Show your Tiger pride. Come in to Taco John's on home game days wearing your blue and gold and receive 10% off your meal. Remember Taco John's at our new location at US Highway 62 West in Princeton. Again, don't forget, wear your blue and gold in to Taco John's on game days and get 10% off your meal. And let's go Tigers!
Are you facing surgery? Have you had a recent hospital stay that you're just not bouncing back from as quickly as you've anticipated? Hi, I'm Krista Kiesel with Princeton Health and Rehab. Let us be your rehab partner of choice. With specialized therapy up to 3 hours a day, available 7 days a week, it is our goal to get you home safely and in the shortest amount of time possible. We're your friends. We're your neighbors. We're Princeton Health and Rehab. For questions about our rehab services, please call us at 270-365-3541 or stop by. We would love to give you a tour.
Heating and cooling your home make up the biggest part of your monthly energy bill, but you can save up to 10% by doing a few simple things. During warm weather, set your thermostat at 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And during cool weather, set the thermostat at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And no matter what the climate time of year, proper use of a programmable thermostat can save you 10% on your monthly energy bill. A Comfort Zone reminder from the folks at Penny Ryan Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. It's halftime here as Franklin-Simpson has a 14-6 lead. And we may have been a minute off getting back on the air here as we were taking a look at the replay here with the live stream that Jordan has going on here. Won't say it was a bad call. I will say it was much closer than we could tell initially, as it looks like the catch was by Gaither instead of Javante Riley. Gaither on the catch. The ball was spotted almost on the goal line, but it looked like when he came down, the ball may have been across, but that's not for us to decide. The officials have made the call on that one, so we won't second guess that too much, but it's one of the great things about having this live stream, Bob, is that you can go back on YouTube, check that out over and over and see what you think, make your own call. But as we stand right now, the official call is that it ended the first half with Franklin-Simpson up 14-6. Caldwell County did start to get a little momentum going late in that second half. A couple of turnovers by Franklin-Simpson opened the door for Caldwell County to almost tie this game. A fumble recovery by Ben Holt that had Caldwell with a chance to tie it up late in the first half, but just about a half a yard short for the Tigers. Caldwell County's Band of Pride is on the field as they prepare for their marching season. So maybe you can hear a little bit of them in the background. Bob's about to total up these stats and bring those two.
Okay, now I can hear myself.
Of course, the halftime show brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center this season. Thank you to the folks at Caldwell Medical Season for being a part of our sports broadcast here on 103.3 The Tiger. And Bob, you just give me the signal when you're ready.
If you can cover for me for about 30 seconds.
All right, we'll do it. We expected a great game as we got here tonight. Both teams ranked in the top 10 in their respective classes. Caldwell County come off a tough loss to Christian County, but still a lot of positives. They come out tonight a little bit flat. Franklin-Simpson able to score on their first possession, and it looked like it was going to be a tough night for the Tigers, but a couple of turnovers by Franklin-Simpson that second quarter let Caldwell County get back in this ball game as they started to get a little flow going in the offense. Burns started to hit some receivers. I know Zach Gaither's had a pretty good night so far for the Tigers. Defense really stiffened up after that first drive, so I'd say momentum, even though the score is not on Caldwell County's side, momentum at this point has to be in blue and gold.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. And we'll start with Franklin-Simpson. Franklin-Simpson in the first half, definitely a ball control team. Ran the ball 27 times for 160 yards. Long runner on that was about the third play of the game when Josiah Roby took the ball on a 48-yard run from his 36 to the Tigers' 16-yard line. A big chunk of their yardage coming there. In the air, Franklin-Simpson only 1 out of 2. The quarterback dropping back a couple, 3 more times, but electing to run on those plays. Franklin-Simpson 1 out of 2 in the air for 10 yards. So total production of Franklin-Simpson in the first half, 170 yards. For the Tigers put the ball in the air 13 times, completing 7 with 1 interception by Shane Burns, totaling 107 yards. Zach Gaither with 3 catches, including that last catch maybe that could have been called a touchdown but wasn't. Zach's 3 catches have netted him 58 yards tonight. Trail Riley has 2 catches but a negative 2 yards, and Jameer Riley 2 catches for 52 yards. The total of 7 catches for the Tigers, netting 107 yards. Rushing attack not very stout tonight for the Tigers. Javante Riley with 5 carries, 16 yards, having to fight for all of those yards. Xavion Henderson 4 carries for 10 yards. Trail 1 carry for 2 yards, and that was a touchdown. And Shane Burns with a couple carries, not been sacked yet tonight. His 2 carries netted him 6 yards. So Caldwell County's 12 rushing attempts have picked up 34 yards. Total yardage for the Tigers in the first half of 141 yards. And again, 170 yards for Franklin-Simpson. After we got some ball control there and had them turn the ball over on 2 fumbles, 1 fumble leading to a touchdown drive, the other fumble coming on our kickoff late in the second quarter, which we could not convert on and get in the end zone. Caldwell County ends up finding themselves trailing 14-6 here at the end of the first half. In the first half, at the 8-minute and 40-second mark of the first quarter, there was a 2-yard run by Charles McKinney for Franklin-Simpson. Madison Alexander with the kick, and at that point in time, Franklin-Simpson led the Tigers 7-0. In the second quarter, at the 6-minute, 45-second mark, there was a 14-yard run by Josiah Roby. Alexander with the kick again, and Franklin-Simpson led at that point late in the second quarter, 14-0. Caldwell County gets on the board after recovering a fumble and taking it down on a drive on a 2-yard run by Trail Riley with 2 minutes remaining in the half. The point after touchdown was no good. Caldwell County found themselves trailing 14-6 at that time. On the ensuing kickoff, a fumble by Franklin-Simpson recovered by freshman Ben Holt did not lead to a drive. Caldwell County getting it down to maybe, quote, the 6-inch yard line or somewhere in that vicinity. On film, maybe it looked a little closer than that, but they don't have the advantage of the film on the field. But Caldwell County ends up trailing here at halftime, 14-6 to Franklin-Simpson. And Dennis, we get the ball to start the second half, and I think we opened them up a little bit. Crossing routes appeared to me to be open rather than the straight 5, 6, 7 yard out pass. They were well covered, as we mentioned. It looked like on a lot of throws they had 2 men on our receiver, but when we split the field and go crossing, we've picked up 3 or 4 nice catches, including that last one that did not get in the end zone.
Yeah, Zach Gaither, am I up, Jordan, on Zach Gaither made the catch down there. Jordan was able to pull it up on the replay if you're streaming on WPKY.com. you could see that it looked like the ball came down right on the goal line. Now, whether it did, we're at an awkward angle to see that, but the camera angle looked like it could have been close to being called a touchdown. But all in all, it's not, so you can't really argue that at this point. Caldwell County came up about a half yard short on the play according to the referees, and that's the opinions that matter at this point.
Exactly. All we can do is cry at that point.
That's right. We've got several hundred people on this side that thought it was a bad call, but their call is the one that counts. So Caldwell County comes up a little short to close the half, trailing 14-6. But Bob, I think the momentum is definitely in Caldwell County's corner right now, as Burns was able to open that offense up a little bit. He was finding receivers over. You're absolutely right. A lot over the middle as Gaither, Jameer Riley made some catches, most of them right over the middle. And Jameer made that one fabulous catch in double coverage. Burns put it up for a jump ball. Riley able to go up, pull it down, and bring it down at about the 2-yard line in that second quarter. So I think it's going better. Caldwell County, the defense had to be getting a little tired because there was a couple of Franklin-Simpson drives sandwiched around a one-play interception by Caldwell County, where that defense basically had to call timeout just to get their breath and get some water to stay out on the field.
And the halftime comes at a great time for Caldwell. I'm not sure whether Franklin was gassed or not. They weren't on the field that much, but Caldwell's halftime breather here, 15 minutes, hopefully gets them rejuvenated and where we can do something on the ensuing kickoff to start the third quarter. So the momentum hopefully still retains with the Tigers once they hit the field to start the third quarter, but we'll see whether that's the case or not. We had momentum really the last 8 minutes of the second quarter, about the only time of the game that we had anything going in our favor.
And Bob, Jordan just pulled up a little bit of information that may come into play late in this ball game. As it looks, we're about an hour and a half from some heavy rain in the forecast. A lot of heavy rain on radar right now. Forecasted to come our way, it said on Jordan's phone, in about 101 minutes. So it's going to be right towards the end of this ball game. Hopefully we'll get that in before any inclement weather starts. We've got about 2.5 minutes left in the halftime. Of course, halftime brought to you here on WPKY by Caldwell Medical Center. We appreciate those guys coming in with us. As Jordan puts the phone on the live stream, a lot of red in that radar, Bob, and something we were hoping not to see tonight. But if it is, at least we don't have to drive home through a lot of it like we did last week from Christian County, as we hit some spots I thought we'd gone underwater for a little while on the way home.
I'm just glad I wasn't in Jordan's car.
No, I'm good now.
So it was a mess coming back last week, but hopefully we'll get this in. One thing about it, the clock's not going to stop a lot with the Franklin-Simpson having possessions, because they don't really put the ball up in the air to be incomplete.
And as quickly as we move the ball, we might only have it first three. Hopefully we get something done to start the third quarter, but 3-4 minutes, about as long as our drives last. And then you can count on 3 or 4 minute clock eating drive if they pick up a first down or so.
How many possessions did we have in that first half? I didn't.
We had 6 drives.
6 possessions.
And Franklin-Simpson probably about the same number. Franklin-Simpson had 5 drives, and they would have had the 6th drive had they not fumbled that kickoff. So even Steven game, so to speak. We've had as many possessions, and they got it to start the game. So that things may be evening up here. At least, as I mentioned, the last 6 minutes of the second quarter belong to Caldwell County.
Well, we're about a minute away. Thank you for listening to the Caldwell Medical Center halftime show here on WPKY. We'll be back in 1 minute for the start of the second half, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
As the sun sizzles outside, come into Sandra's Gatherings and check out their summer florals and wreaths and lots of summer colors. You'll find the perfect accessories, pitchers, baskets, and vases for your country and primitive lifestyle. Standards is filled with the best the countryside has to offer. That's Standards Gatherings, located at 116 East Main Street in Princeton, open 11 to 4 Tuesday through Saturday.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly.
And we're back to Tiger Stadium, getting ready to start the second half here at Princeton. Caldwell County trails 14-6. Franklin-Simpson had a touchdown on the opening drive tonight. Took it up the field 80 yards. Looked like they came just to run the ball and were going to be dominant tonight from the looks of that first drive. Caldwell County kind of settled in, got the nerves loose, tightened the defense up some. The offense was basically dormant. Franklin-Simpson had our number from their defensive standpoint until about halfway through that second quarter. Caldwell County started to get down the field a little bit, opened Gaither up, and I hope there wasn't a flash of lightning going on that far sideline.
Heat lightning.
Okay. Jordan said heat lightning, so we do have some storms in the forecast tonight on the radar, so we're hoping to get this game completely in.
I think the officials have noted the lightning and taking the Tigers off the field.
And I think that is what's happening. Lightning towards the Farmersville, Fredonia direction. So both players are clearing, or both teams are clearing the field right now. I'm not sure how long the lightning delays are for football, but generally they're a 30-minute span for the other sports. Soccer,
I would say it would be 30 minutes.
I would say it'd be pretty consistent.
Looks like it.
So weather delay here at the Tiger Stadium as we were about to get set for the second half kickoff.
I think it is.
Teams clearing back to the locker rooms. So let's take a 2-minute break and see where we stand as far as the time we'll be away, and we'll give you an update as soon as we return. So, Darren, we're going to take about 2 minutes, and we'll be back. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Whether it's a new addition to your home, a family vacation, bill consolidation, medical bills, starter loans, auto repair, whatever your need might be, let ABC Finance and their friendly staff help you. ABC Finance can help you through the tough times. Stop by or call ABC Finance today, located on 62 West, the Princeton Plaza in Princeton. Phone 365-7444. Call Jody Lamb or one of the friendly staff, and they will do their best to get the money you need.
Say, what's for lunch? Breakfast for lunch? Yep. Then what's for dinner? Breakfast is. So, wait, is lunch for breakfast? No, breakfast is for breakfast. With McDonald's all-day breakfast menu, anytime is delicious breakfast time. Yeah, where are you going? Man, I'm heading to McDonald's. Have a good afternoon. Don't you mean good morning? I do now.
Get 2 Egg McMuffin sandwiches for $3 on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary. See store for details.
McDonald's all-day breakfast menu varies by location.
When you're a good person, good things usually come your way. But what about when you're a good driver? Allstate thinks you should be rewarded for that too. That's why they have DriveWise. Just plug in the DriveWise device and get the reward you deserve. The better you drive, the bigger your savings, up to 30%. Are you in good hands?
This is Fred Foltz. Call me today for Woodall Agency, 365-5541. You'll be glad you did.
We are.
Mobile deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank. Member FDIC.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. We're in a weather delay right now at halftime. Franklin-Simpson has the lead 14-6. Lightning in the vicinity. The players were all sent back to the locker room. And, Bob, we have found out officially that is, just like other sports, a 30-minute delay KHSAA rule. If lightning is in the area, the players have to be off the field until 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. We mentioned during the Colwell Medical Center halftime show that lightning and storms were on the radar, headed this way in about an hour and a half. So it's going to be tough to get this game in, Bob, especially bad is the fact that Caldwell County is finally getting a little momentum towards the end of that first half.
You mentioned the weather report, Dennis. The first weather delay or the first sign of lightning, they were clearing the field, and we understand there's been another sighting maybe about 6, 7, 8 minutes after that first one. So it's a moving 30 minutes. So
right.
So we're probably 24 minutes, 25 minutes away from having. And then when the kids are brought back out, I'm sure they'll have to go through a 5-minute warm-up period or something like that. But you're right, we could be here a long time. And with these storms and the humidity the way it is, there's lightning associated with those types of storms. So you're right, we may be here for a long time. At least we can hide from the rain a little bit.
Yeah, we're good. I would hate to be in the stands if the weather started getting really bad, but a big crowd on hand tonight for both sides. The far sideline started to fill up. Franklin-Simpson brought a pretty good crowd tonight. Of course, Caldwell County always has a big crowd either home or away, and the stadium packed here tonight on the home side. And we'll probably cut away from the ball game if you're listening or watching the live stream. We're probably going to go back to the station for some music here in a little bit till we figure out what we do have on hand as far as resuming this contest. So if you're listening and watching, just stay with us. Check back in about 20, 25 minutes.
I'm just going to leave the stream on, but it might be silence.
Okay, Jordan has notified us he's going to leave the stream on WPKYonline.com, and it'll be in silence. So we'll go back on the radio for some music. And I'm assuming, like Bob said, in about 20 to 25 minutes, if there are no more lightning strikes, they'll bring the players back and try to get this thing resumed. But right now, we're in a weather delay here at Tiger Stadium at halftime. It's Franklin-Simpson 14, Caldwell County 6. And we'll be back hopefully as soon as we can with Tiger football. So stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger football on WPKY.
ABC News, I'm Richard Davies. The maker of EpiPen says it will offer coupons and discounts for some consumers, but the $600 price tag